Greetings, fellow YouTubers. This is part 2 of the Coral Castle. So in the last part, I was telling you about the ringing of the bell and the earthquake that happened on February 17th, 7.2 in Japan. As Jeremy Stride has pointed out, that the mathematical aspects of some of the clues that he had solved deal with the quadruplet numbers and quadruplet prime pairs. And through those numbers, that can also help us understand the clues that were left for us. You see, I left out the quake in Haiti because it didn't coincide with the actual pole flip in the sun. What did coincide with the pole flip in the sun was a 6.4 earthquake on the 5th in Japan. And again, this was after the wolf moon of January 29th. I didn't think it was necessary at the time to even include the Haiti quake, which happened January 17th. It takes a little bit of time for us to, when the light strikes us, it hits us in the head, and you're like, oh, now I understand. So, the first quake we had was the Haiti quake on January 17th. The one that coincides with the pole flip in the sun was February 5th. The next major earthquake, although, happened on February 17th. And then, only 10 days later, on February 27th, we had the Great Earthquake of Chile. After that, I surmised that we would have one more earthquake. And because it seemed like there was an acceleration in the amount of time that had passed for the great earthquake to happen, I placed a number on that also and said within 10 days we should see the next significant quake. And on the 11th, March 11th, we had that, and that was a 7.2 in Chile. So we had 2 in Chile, and we had 1 in Haiti, and we had 1 in Japan. So 4, 2 pairs. Now, if we add all the numbers up, we could probably somehow come to the conclusion that another one of his clues about the number 144 also has something to do with the astronomy of it, and the clues that he had to go on, the actual evidence that is being hidden from us for 100 years at least. So what that brings me to a new understanding about our Liberty Bell and how it was cracked and why it was cracked, possibly intentionally. Benjamin Franklin, he was a Freemason, and the bell symbolizes not liberty, because the crack shows us that it's the end of our liberty, because we let these people get in control of our government, and we never done a thing to get them out, and even our attempts were futile. So the next clue was also, there was another round planet he had there. It was next to the 3 moons, but I didn't know what it was up until now, that round planet must be actually Nibiru. Here's the thing. This is the 4th lunar cycle. And since these things happen in pairs, um, we had the full moon yesterday. If something is going to give, another great earthquake or worse, then that would happen very soon, uh, possibly within the next 3 to 5 days. Um, if it doesn't, and it doesn't happen for a week or 2 weeks, or ever, and then we can say for sure and for certain that we had the precession of the equinox. The Earth did tilt its axis, and the slowing of the Earth happened. Nibiru was visible in the sky, um, and therefore the spin of Earth is now on the increase. Um, but the after effects of the spin, the torque that was placed on the axis of the sun and then placed on the axis of the Earth, causes the Earth to kind of expand and contract. Right now, there would be a strong force trying to spin it once again. And what we see is indeed there is an increase in spin. And as of my prediction, March 10th, for the completion of the precession, then we can clearly see the effects that it's having on the atmosphere, the weather. If you want to understand why the weather is doing what it is and why they keep trying to give you all kinds of reasons for it, I've already done so, and I've done so 4 days after the fact, not 2 weeks or a month later. Okay? And just by viewing the upper atmosphere with Google Earth and placing the weather and the clouds in there, you can see the spin of the Earth, and you can see how it's affecting the atmosphere, and how it lines up like a soldier to show us where the new equator really is, and how the pole flip itself happens into two cold air masses. No, that movie, The Day After Tomorrow, which is coming on TV tomorrow, I figured out how they knew about it. Okay? They knew about it, although they blamed it on global warming at the time. But remember, the scientists warned about it, and then it happened much quicker than expected. And like I had proven just 4 days later, that indeed we are in a process of the two cold air masses reversing positions, and that is where the North Pole will become the dominant cold air mass, and Antarctica will now melt very quickly. And just a warning, a word of warning, the weather is not going to get any better, and the hurricanes are going to be the most severe will ever see in your life. And that's not a prediction. That's just a fact. So get prepared for it. And, I hope you enjoyed the videos that I put up. I probably won't be posting anymore. I just wanted to get all the information that I had available to my access to somebody who might be interested